as far as video games go, the industry has done a pretty good job of keeping pornography out of it. I mean, there are specific games like Grand Theft Auto, I know, has strip clubs that you can go to and you like throw money at the strippers or something. I've never played it, but I've seen videos. And I've seen friends play it, and you just throw money at the strippers and they take their clothes off like in the game. So there's that, but really the pornography thing is going to be just internet access. It's so prevalent now, and even the internet. I think like 80% of the web pages have got to be pornographic material. I mean, that's just kind of how it is, unfortunately. Now, pornography is also extremely addictive, and it wasn't as readily, I mean, it was as readily available when I was, 13, 14, 15, but I just didn't know how to get it because it was harder to go to. Now you can just go to Google and like type in boobies or something, and I'm sure you'll get all kinds of stuff. Um, and it's just, you know, there's you can't stop people from getting to it is the way that it goes. There are too many sites that are, not pornographic sites, but they have pornography on them. There's so many, you can boot your computer in safe mode and with the networking safe mode, and you can just get around all your firewalls and stuff like that. Like, kids are going to figure this stuff out. They just Google how to do it. So really, it's just kind of one of those things where you're not going to be able to stop your child from getting to it. So it's unfortunate that kids have to be as mature as they need to be to grow up properly at the early age that they have to be now. So like some 12-year-old, it's really important, not to get into that stuff when you're that young, because your brain is still developing and stuff like that. And I don't know how many studies have been done specifically with younger kids, because that would be kind of a socially unacceptable experiment, because you're having to subject these young teenage boys to pornography in order to measure it. But porn-induced erectile dysfunction is real. That much we do know, and the permanent effects that it could have potentially on young kids is yet to be found, and I'm sure it's gonna have something. I mean, every guy above probably unfortunately the age of like 10 now, I'd say, has probably seen pornography, and everyone has. I've been into it, and it does cause problems. I wasn't like huge into it like some people that I know, especially in the military. That's that's everywhere. Like, we don't infantry there. Well, right as of right now, they're bringing women in, but there has never been women in the infantry. So there was just, when we were in Iraq, there was just stuff everywhere, and there's like nothing else to do, So that, and I feel like that can contribute to a lot of, not like major disorders, but depression kind of dips, and stuff like that. And obviously relationship issues that it can cause some people. But yeah, just basically there's no way that you're going to stop your kids from finding it. If they want to find it, they will find it. It's going to more be, you either have to not let them on the internet, and then their friends will show them or something, I'm sure. But it's just gonna have to be one of those things that parents talk to their kids about, because they're doing it. You're not going to stop them from doing it, and it's just kind of unfortunate. It'd be like if every 10-year-old had to drive a car on the interstate every day for 20 miles for whatever reason. I mean, that's like what it is, So you can't stop them from doing it, but you just try to keep them from dying, basically. So